Okay, Leo, let's tune into tarot for the month of June 2021. This is relevant for anyone with a sun, moon, or rising sign in the sign of Leo. And I hope that you find this insightful and offer some guidance for your month of June. Now, this is a general reading, so it will not resonate with everyone, but take what resonates and leave the rest for someone else. All right, so let's jump in. We've got the first week of the month of June with the Wheel of Fortune, which is an indication that things are looking up. Yes, if you've been through a challenging time recently, this is a card that is a good reminder that everything is cyclical and seasonal, and what goes up must come down, and just kind of the laws of the universe, that what expands must contract. So if things have been in a period of you've been experiencing challenges and struggle and strife, then things definitely look to be more supportive and kind of trending upwards. So that's awesome. Now the second week, we do have the Two of Cups reversed, which usually speaks to the dissolving of a partnership or a relationship, a breakup. It doesn't have to be romantic. It can be a friendship or a family dynamic or a career, like a job, a work relationship. And it can even be within yourself, an imbalance or disharmony within maybe your heart space or your emotional health that needs to be sort of investigated and met with a curiosity mindset, and just kind of figure out what needs to be adjusted within you in order to create more balance in that realm, in that space. But sometimes when this card shows up, I would say next to a Wheel of Fortune, it could be that the dissolving of a relationship actually spurs this period of time where the universe is more supportive of what's trying to unfold. So because the relationship dissolves, you're then able to step into a role that is more in alignment with who you are, even though it feels maybe wrong and painful in the process. Now, the third week of the month, we've got the Four of Pentacles. In a general sense, this card is indicating that you're kind of holding on to your money. You're maybe being greedy or just very frugal and careful with your spending habits. You're in kind of a saving mode, or forced to hold on to your money. But in this respect, next to the Two of Cups, sometimes, I mean, I could see this as maybe you're gripping on to a relationship that is trying to dissolve, or you're feeling very possessive or controlling or kind of power hungry over that dynamic, not wanting to let it go, something like that. I can also see that you're kind of guarding your heart space, because he's holding that pentacle right at his heart chakra. So yeah, maybe you're just very guarded in your heart space right now, which would make sense if you have been through a breakup recently, that yeah, you're just kind of protecting your heart and guarding it, and that makes sense. I understand why you would do that. Let's pull the next card. We've got the Queen of Cups reversed. So this can be a person in your life, a Queen of Cups reversed, someone who is not very open in their heart space, someone who is not very approachable, not very warm. They're kind of, they could be even depressed or emotional or sensitive. They could be, their heart could be sort of, they put their heart over their head, and so they're wrapped up in the emotions of things. They're just really wrought with emotional vulnerability. And yeah, so this can be someone in your life. It could, the Queen of Cups could be a person, or it could be you embodying that. You could just be very emotional right now and kind of closed off and distant and cold to people because you kind of been through a lot, maybe as it appears in your reading. You're going through the aftermath of a breakup. It's very hard and challenging and hurtful, and there's a lot to process, and it takes time. And I can see, how protective you are of the heart space. So it's important to reach out to people if you need support or help or guidance from a therapist or a coach or a friend, or you can always journal. That can be helpful. But I see that there's an indication to really investigate the heart space and your emotional health and seek ways to balance that out. Something else about the Queen of Cups, I feel like that I'm forgetting, but we can come back to that because we'll go ahead and jump into the Oracle card. So these are the final words of wisdom from Oracle in how to navigate your month. And we've got Vanishing Mirror, Ego Sublimation. So let's read from the book what that's all about. So it's number 58, Vanishing Mirror. I like holding the card here. It's not, yeah. Okay. Ego sublimation, letting go of self-centeredness, becoming a vessel of possibility. Do you ever wonder if your self-definition has become too rigid, too fixed around what you've come to learn, so that you contract your life into zones of safe versus unsafe? Judgment, fear, self-righteousness, and overconfidence are only some of the traits that keep you from evolving. We are all products of our conditioning, so remember that this is part of the human experience. Yet you are not meant to remain static. Seeking only what you expect, even if it appears ambitious, is still too narrow. You go nowhere when you hesitate to move out of your comfort zone. When you focus too much on yourself, this way, you become a servant of the ego. It edges God out, removing the magic of possibility. Imagine looking into a mirror and seeing only what you are now. If you can let your self-definition soften, moving beyond the veil to your potential, a magical emptiness exists where all things are possible. Look again. Who could you be? What would you see reflected if you allowed yourself to be other than how you define yourself now? Nothing less is required of you now. In this moment, let go of who you think you are and allow a new you to emerge. You will recognize yourself as what you are, a partner in co-creation, in service to the divine. Doesn't it feel good? Okay. So some thoughts I had from reading that. I heard a quote recently and I posted it on my Facebook page. It said, who you are becoming is more important than who you've been, right? So that feels relevant for this reading. Who you are becoming is more important than who you've been. So you're going through a shedding process here. You're shedding your old self, and you can create a new you. Each day you can create a new you. And so just know that by the end of this healing process, you will be in an upward trend, right? This is creating a space that's much more supportive for you and is more positive and more in alignment with who you are becoming. And the co-creation partnership thing, I feel like this card is having to do with creating, like co-creating with spirit, or kind of exploring your partnership with spirit too. If that language resonates with you, I know it won't resonate with everyone. I think this, exploring your heart space and co-creating a partnership with spirit is going to be important to the healing process if you're open to that. But yes, this is an important month of shedding old skin and stepping into the new you, emerging more confident and more in your power, and healing the heart space. And and not guarding it so much. Although I understand why you would. I get it. I get it. And I support you. But Leo, I hope you find that helpful or insightful in some way. Do comment below and let me know how your month is unfolding. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel if you've not done so, share this with any of your Leo friends, and I will talk to you guys next month. Thank you for tuning in. Take care.